Good friends, good sirs and madams out there on YouTube, welcome back to the shit show that is my life. We are well on our way, 8 hours deep. First step to taking the leap and moving forward to do the next right thing, despite not knowing exactly what that is. Right, fighting against the abyss by taking some kind of move, by making some kind of move. Right, getting the brain going with a cup of coffee here at this random Pilots and Arby's combo platter here in God knows where. Yeah. Take a few minutes and figure it out together, right? The theme of the day is taking the leap. Let's see if we can't do one of these here too. What was the survey? No, which one of these I hit? I'm not 100% sure which one of these starts the quote, but yeah, take the leap today. That's the point. Move forward. Stop hesitating. There's a million reasons why to not get moving. It's not that one. That one's not it, without a doubt. It's not that one. It's not that one. Anyway, trying to figure this thing out. Bear with me for a minute. Take that off. We don't need that. No. Okay, there we go. Oh. Don't need to do that either. Done. Wrong one. God, I really need to get my shit together this morning. Good morning, Al. It's good to see you. Lady Songbird, good morning. Give me a second. I'm just trying to start this survey, but I'm a little out of it. And pushing forward. It was really good talking to you last night there, Sally. What was I was just under stickers. We're going to start a Q&A. As always, nice and simple, like, because we give it shit around here. If you're all right, I hope you're holding up together. Blah, blah, blah. I hope you're holding up well out there in YouTube land. If not, stick around for a while. And we'll figure it out together. Let's see. Bam. Are we ready to go yet or what? Jesus. Having one of them days, right? It's all right, though. I took the leap, and I'm imploring you to do the same. It's time to take the leap. It's time to move forward. It's time to be appreciative for what we have. We start the day by giving thanks to a God of your understanding. Grandpa, what is up? Lady Songbird, hope your day is wonderful. Going to be warmer and sunny. Both make us all feel better soon. Damn straight there. Damn straight there, Miss Sally. And know that I love you and appreciate you. And we're going with the flow today. I'm not going to be kind of wound up and not sure because the plans have to change, right? They have to change. I can't come out and see you guys first because you're not feeling well. But we can get to California, come see you guys, and take care of that hot water exterior spigot for you on the way back through. Do I know where I'm going exactly? No. Do I know why exactly? Yeah, I need to do something with myself. I need to take that leap and go out and figure out what the next right thing is and figure out my way back into the flow to the best of my ability. It's Q from Regular Jokers 9. Well, hey Q. Al. Well, hello right back to you there, Al. Allie, it's good to see you. I'm holding up all right. Should I go to Big Bear? I know there's no work needed, but I need to put myself to good use. I've been thinking about that spigot for a long time, so hopefully I'll be able to at least get that out of the way for you guys. And yeah, that's all. If not, I know it's not expected. It's not needed, right? But yeah, slow and steady, nice and easy. Take that leap today. Find a way to push forward. So I threw a bunch of random PS in my car, and I've made it to Columbus, Ohio. Gonna do some DoorDash, and that's the game plan. The plan is to have no plan, right? For the most part. And to do my best to find my way back into the flow of things. Anywhere but my couch, anywhere but that place that consumes me, anywhere but that dark and anxious place that you don't deserve to be in. You cash shambles. I don't know what that means there, you. Hey, friend, country, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're taking the lead today. I'm on my way. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm glad that you guys are stopping in. I'm glad that we can enjoy this moment together. I'm gonna have this cup of coffee and wake up. I didn't prepare myself for this epic adventure as well as I had hoped. I didn't even take out the back seat of the old, now the new Kia Forte, and it kind of made the sleeping in rain just a little bit rough, but a little bit of weird dreams, a little bit of an anxious start to the morning, but we pushed through that with open, honest communication. And Israel, well, welcome in, Israel. Welcome in to all my brothers and sisters around the world, all the lost children from the island of misfit toys. If you're out there, you're not sure where you're going, you're not sure how to get up and get moving, you're in the right place. This is your sign. It's time to do something different. It's time to get up and do something with yourself. That feeling of uselessness will leave you. It's time to stop the doom scrolling. It's time to experience something new and different, and set down the fear that comes along with rocking the boat, right? Because when we rock that boat, it's going somewhere. God, I don't know exactly where I'm headed, but we're headed there together. How long you been driving for? 4640. I drove for 8 hours yesterday from New York to Kirkville, New York, to almost Cleveland, Ohio, or Columbus, Ohio. So yeah, first little hop and skip along the way. The game plan was Indiana to see Sally and my brother Rob from Misled Utopia. Check out their channel. But things change, right? Things change, and that's all right. We're gonna roll with the flow. We're gonna figure out whatever. Let Creator, let a God of your understanding take you to exactly where you need to be, without expectations. When I am able to do that, things become beautiful and serendipitous in a way that exceeds my greatest expectations. And yeah, I'm just trying to find my way back to that place. Figure I'd drag you guys along with me. I hope everybody's well out there in YouTube land. Watch him be the outside of the world soon. The other side of the world. I-80, right? 460, 4640, Columbus. That sounds familiar. I-80 sounds familiar. I'm not sure. I was kind of following my GPS, to be honest with you. I'm looking for a pen. Kind of wanted to keep track of some of these things. The goal here is to not spend anything but my DoorDash card. And I left with $100 on my DoorDash card. I spent $35 last night, $5 on food, and $30 on gas. We're back down to a half a tank. And yeah, so some door dashing this afternoon. Ellie, watch him get to the other side of the world soon. I don't know. This car, it can only go so far. But anyway, taking the leap today. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're feeling all right. If not, please express yourself. Help us start the conversation. Help me start the conversation. It's all right. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. I don't have a pen. I know that for sure. So I guess I'm not doing that, but it's okay. Slow and steady. Nice and easy. If you're not sure where to start, anywhere is worth it. Anywhere is good. Right here, right now, it's time to get up and get moving. The 93 Volkswagen Jetta. That's awesome, Jonah. We're doing it in a Kia Forte because the Dodge Avenger shit the bed on us. And let's see, I can probably see that a little bit better. The Dodge Avenger shit the bed on us. Check out my playlist. The Galactic Avenger is a little bit more comfortable. The camper car evolved after a while. Like I said, I didn't take the back seats out of like I made serious threats to do. But we are well on our way, and I hope you guys double tap that screen. Country, what have you been up to, pal? I have been making a lot of serious threats there, Country. It's good to see you again. I have been in a dark and broken place for a while, allowing my anxiety, grief, regret, and depression to consume me once again. This roller coaster of emotional states that I found myself in. That's where I've been, Country, but it's time to push forward past that. I've been doing this a bit more. I started off by getting off the couch. I started off by doing a little bit more door dashing and hydrating, and I'm going to continue that trend by doing the next right thing. 2,800 miles, right? Yeah, just about. It's got to be about 2,800 miles, about 30. Yeah, you're right, 3,200 miles. We put 500 miles behind us. So, yeah, Jonah, Fortes are nice. Have good music, I hope. Well, there's all kinds of good music on YouTube. Misled Utopia, Naco Bear, some Sublime, some 90s rock, some this, some that, some other thing. Anything you guys can suggest for travel music, please comment on a short or something. Because I got a memory span of a goldfish. There's no way I'm going to remember that shit here. Driving across the country, exactly. Getting up and getting moving, taking the leap. Threw a bunch of random BS in my car, and it's time to push forward and do the next great thing. I went to Vegas. I think it was 9,800. Vegas is on the agenda to stop, right? We're stop at Vegas and see what's going on with that. Check out California, check out the coast. But like I said, the goal is to not spend anything beyond my my DoorDash card. Not that I have a little bit beyond that to make sure that bills are paid, but I'd like to even make sure I don't have to take that out if I can. But I was lucky enough to have a little bit of a buffer. But left with $100, down to $65, $62. So some door dashing is on the agenda. You can door dash all the way across the country. That's how I'm going to maintain myself. I already Googled last night the most lucrative areas to DoorDash in Columbus, Ohio. Gave me a list of things, so I'm going to do that again, and then Google directions to one of those places, and I'm going to start moving forward once we get wrapped up here. April 26, 1992, the pawn shop. The pawn shop. You went to the pawn shop April 26, 1992, Jonah? 4640. Well, I appreciate you being here, Jonah. Thank you for the comments. It cost me $1,700 back in 1993. $1,700 for what? Oh, the car cost you $1,700? Yeah, Sublime is great music. Oh, that's Sublime. Okay. Yeah, you're right. April 26, 1992. Yeah, damn straight. Yeah, April 26, 1992. Yes, I do remember that now. Like I said, just getting some coffee in me, just getting motivated. Just wanted to jump on here and have a little conversation. Southern California is absolutely beautiful. You should visit. That's the plan. South and west. That is the plan. Are you in? I thought you were in Texas, country. Thought you were in Texas. Maybe I'm mistaken. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, is to take the leap, to remind myself of all the blessings that I've been given, and to push forward despite the pain and struggle I find myself in. And I implore you to do the same, right? To lead by example. Who am I to say any of these positive things if I'm not willing to push forward and do something more with myself? Ooh, you got stuck in Vegas and made $3,800 that trip. Jonah, how'd you make $3,800? Enlighten me. I'm up to make some cash. I kind of just want to feel better and be able to do things again, but the physical pain is unbearable. Ellie, I'm sorry you're struggling. We're praying for you, Ellie. Send love and appreciation to Ellie for expressing herself. And, I feel the struggle you're going through there. And you're very much appreciated. Won money at the football game bet. Well, that's not a guaranteed way. Maybe I should put a couple bucks down when I get to Vegas on something, huh? A brother of mine, someone I cared for deeply and haven't spoke for in years. His middle name was Golden because his parents went to Vegas and they were about to leave broke. And they put a quarter in a slot machine at the Golden Nugget, and they won a bunch of money, got a room, stayed for a few more days, and my buddy was born. So his middle name was Golden. So it's possible, right? I mean, you won $3,800. How much of that 3,800 did you give back? I bet 1,400 and I won 28. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, that 3,200, that's freaking crazy. Country. I do live in northern Texas. Going to the coast is a must for me. Well, maybe you meet me at the coast there, country. I have a cup of coffee one of these mornings. I plan on being out there. I don't know. No plans, right? No plans. James, good sir. It's about taking the leap today, brother. You're going to take the leap. You're going to do the thing. You're going to make a move today there, big dog. Despite all the reasons to say no, is it time to say yes? What do you say, James? You got any inspirational quotes or motivation to help us move forward, help our brothers and sisters find a way out of the struggle they might be in? You holding up all right? Are you okay today there, good sir? 'Tis the question, right? I'm shaking that feeling off, that anxiousness, that question mark, that unsure, lost and lonely bullshit that tends to consume. I'm shaking that shit off today. The trip was $3,400, of which I won 38 to cover. That's absolutely amazing. The trip was 3,400. Well, it tends to be a little bit cheaper as I travel. I've got this, it was the Dodge Avenger always made it cheap. I'm going to have to figure out a better way to sleep in here because that shit tore me up sleeping in this Kia Forte the way I did. Maybe even if there's no foam mattress and I didn't take the back seats out, but maybe I can lay it down. Getting up late. Me too, man. I drove until about 2 in the morning, so I slept even though it was kind of cold. I got a sleeping bag back there curled up in a ball. The bigger thing was being back there kind of condensed up into a pretzel kind of. That's all right. I'll figure out a way to sleep comfortably in here. I'm almost sure of it. Slept on benches at welcome centers. That's the game plan. That's the game plan, to hobo it across the country. But I got this car, thanks to Chris, thanks to the blessings that come forward when we do the next right thing, whether we're sure what that is or not. I reached out to a good friend, and he in his good grace helped me with this vehicle that I would have never been able to get without him. Personally financed it to me, and I give thanks to give thanks for that in this moment. Because when I fall into the dark place that I've been in, it's weird. It's you feel bad about not being appreciative, like you're not appreciative enough. Well, sometimes it's hard to feel that way. But in this moment, I feel appreciative and thankful. Ellie, recline the chairs. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up trying tonight, is trying to recline the chair and sleep back and see how that works. That's still a little bit weird and uncomfortable. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's said to buy a bench chair and sleep outside. Yeah, well, so part of the good news is that my sister works at a Marriott, and I can get discount hotels, but the discount hotels are still like, in certain places they go from $60 to $200 with the discount. So it's like, I'm not trying to do that much, but that'll be a way to break the mold and get out of this thing, because I don't plan on being back to Syracuse until the beginning of April. Start doing some marketing on the exterior painting, and yeah, it's pretty expensive, man, but hotels are ridiculous. But I figured, man, if I can make enough money door dashing. But again, it's down. We're on a hell of a budget here. If you ever thought about traveling, you got a million reasons whys, and financial reasons are one of them. If you DoorDash, man, you can do that anywhere across the country, and we're gonna figure it out together whether it's lucrative. Left with $100. Let's see what happens. Slow and steady, nice and easy. But yeah, that'll be the agenda when I get off here. Is doing some DoorDash, and there's a bunch of zones here in Columbus, right outside of Columbus, and yeah, to use that DoorDashing card is going to be the goal. Kind of torn between just kind of running as far as I possibly can, hopefully getting somewhere warm, but You know, it's not about the destination, right? Stitch. Hey, brother. Stash. It's good to X6R. It's good to see you. Welcome in, man. It's good to see you, man. Taking that leap today, brother. You didn't take the leap. You're going to make the move. You're going to double tap that screen. You're going to start by doing something different today that you didn't do yesterday. You know, you're going to mix it up a little bit and know that when the boat's rocking, you're going somewhere. What are we doing today? How you feeling? Where you going, bro? How you been? All these questions. I never went to Syracuse. Grew up in Peak Skills, New York. It's beautiful up there. Back to bed. Yeah, rest up, Sally. I'm glad you were able to stop in. It was really nice seeing you today. Everybody wish Sally well, our kind, loving mother figure of the chat. Compassionate and appreciative, kind of not feeling under the weather. And sending you love there, Sally. And if I could send some hearts over there off to the side, I would. But you be careful. Know that we're here for you. Let me know if you go through the springs in Colorado. We have family there. Well, I'm not sure exactly where I'm headed. Maybe you can help me figure that out. Colorado Springs sound pretty fun. AKA Art of Madness. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Art. Hey, Scott. Peace of light. Stay safe. Thank you, Art. I appreciate you, man. It's really good seeing you in again, man. I'm just starting to do this a little bit more. And, yeah, if you haven't been around for the whole little Smeal, just took the leap, man. I'm in Ohio now. The goal is New York to California on $100. Ask me how it's possible, brother. DoorDash and Spark Drive. Well, DoorDashing will be the thing. We ain't gonna Spark Drive no mo, because they won't let us on the thing. But yeah, $100. We're down to 65. We're gonna do some DoorDashing today, and here in just a minute, let me get some coffee in me. And yeah, brother. They might sponsor the trip. I was thinking about getting another phone. I got this other phone. Maybe I could hotspot it, and this way I can DoorDash while I do. I could do some lives and DoorDash at the same time, possibly, is what I was thinking. I don't know. I was thinking about getting a whole nother phone. I was thinking about a lot of things, but then you know, one thing after another kind of piles up a bunch of things, and then you say no. So it's time to say yes. It's time to push forward and find a way to say yes. Maybe I should reach out to DoorDash. I don't know if I'm big enough for a sponsor here. But yeah, I'm going to make it. I was speeding the way out to Vegas, mostly doing 130. Jonah, 46. Jack, hey, Scott, how many years of self-help before you are cured? God, Jack, I don't know. Maybe 1,012,000. I'm not sure. I think it's an ongoing journey for a lot of us. Jack, have you been working on it? You got any advice? You know, I think that you know, to be honest with you, this community is developed into an open, honest place to communicate, man. I feel like that's the key to finding a sense of peace, and hopefully you could help us figure that out, man. We could, I think every day should be self-help. Every day should be taking care of ourselves, our family, our community, in that order. And I lack on that first one. I lack on helping myself. I've always skipped that one. I was programmed to take care of everybody else, man. Diminish who I am and what I need. That doesn't mean shit. Well, it's brought me to a really tough place in my life. And now I don't know how to do so. So I'm working on that, Jack. I'm working on it, brother. How many years do you think? How many years should it take? I'm not sure, brother. No cure for people like you, Jack. So says Sally. That's cool. Country, it's good to see you. Hello. Gaming. I was thinking about you last night, man, quite a bit. The conversation that we had. It's good to see you in, brother. You know, you reflect a lot of some of the shit I struggle with, man. You reflect a lot of this hesitation and this resentment towards humanity that I tend to lean towards when I go into my dark places, Jack, or gaming. And yeah, brother, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad that I decided to jump on today, and we're taking the leap, man. I'm right outside Columbus, Ohio. Made about 500 miles, bro. Made about 500 miles. I'm just asking what the timeline projection is. what the expectations. I'm not sure, Jack. I know expectations breed resentment, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being a part of the community. Thanks for I don't know, man. Subscribe, stick around for a while, hit that notification bell, and maybe we can figure. I hope there's eventually there's you know, I think I'm getting back to that place of positivity and hope, and I'm trying to share that. You know, I'm also going to be realistic that, you know, as humans, we fluctuate emotionally, and I tend to fluctuate pretty emotionally up and down. So, you know, at times maybe we need more help than others. At times I know I do. And, yeah, I'm not sure, Jack, but stick around for a while. Become a member of the Turtle Herd. Hit that subscribe button, double tap the screen. You know, let us know how you're doing or what you do to try to find a way out of that dark place, or if you understand that dark place, you know, what kind of struggles you understand, whatever you feel comfortable with, brother, sister, mother, uncle, aunt, cousin, Jack, our brother Jack. Yeah, don't get stuck in helping yourself. I don't know about that, Jack. Well, I don't really get it. Please express a little bit beyond that, because I think that, you know, I've never helped myself. It's time to start helping me is kind of where I've been at, what I'm focusing on. And part of this is trying to build a community so I can help others, right? Because that's where I get that sense of validation. That's where, you know, that's where we find the solution, is in open, honest communication with others. You know, some of the best medicine I've ever been given has come through open, honest communication, and I'm trying to spread that medicine to the best of my ability. Maybe call it a day at some point and just let the negativity go and focus on positive only. I think that's a good thing, Jack. I think you're right. I think you're right, man. We do got to set down that negativity, but also I don't want to, you know what I tend to do? I tend to set down that negativity and then run 1,000 miles an hour towards positivity, hope, and inspiration, love, respect, and appreciation. And somehow it creeps back up on me because I don't take care of myself, right? Because I'm still taking care of the world. I still get lost in what the next right thing is. And next thing you know, I'm not taking care of me. So I think that by, you know, setting it down, right, but acknowledging it's still there somehow, there's got to be some kind of balance, maybe, Jack. Ellie, thank you. You're amazing, Ellie. Gamer, focus on positive only. That's a dumb take. Well, Gamer, everybody's got their point of view, and I think that, you know, I think I don't completely agree with that take, right? Because I don't think that we can only focus on the positive. I've been there, right? I get so manically up and positive that I lose track of what I struggle with, and that whisper, this negativity that, you know, it adds up, you know, because I'm not taking care of me, because I'm not addressing what I need to address to be fulfilled, you know. But I also think that you know, I appreciate Jack and his communication. I appreciate his you know, how you're doing it, how you do it, right? That's how we're going to figure it out together, brother. Gaiman and Jack. Oh, no, you were a good person helping others. How humble. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying, and I'll be real, just like how Anase was. Part of it is selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be, right? Part of this here is me trying to figure out how to take care of me trying to figure out, you know, me reminding myself that of this medicine that I've been given. You know, this is a group effort here to push forward and find positivity in this world. This is a group effort to build a community of open, honest communication. To say the thing, to do the thing, to get up and get moving when you're struggling, because it weighs 1,000,000 pounds when you're in that dark place. You know, if I can help someone stay out of that, maybe that'll help me stay out of it a little bit longer next time. That's the kind of the philosophy that I'm working on. I'm catching up on comments here, guys. Please feel free to keep commenting, and I really do appreciate the conversation. You can't help anyone if you don't help yourself. You're right, Jonah. You're very much right. Dangerous. You can help other. But if you don't help yourself, we got some. James retracted a message there. Must have been something else. Gaming, I really appreciate you. It is a dangerous concept, Gaming, but I really appreciate you being here. There is no timeline to healing. You're right. We all get there at our own time. Gaming, that's something we got to learn to accept, right? You know, acceptance is a bitch. To be able to accept what is can be hard. You know, to accept where we're at, to accept who we are, to accept what's happened to us and the pain and struggle that's brought us here, to really embody love and appreciation can be a hard thing, and I'm pushing really hard to do so. That's what this trip's about. That's what all the trips are about. That's what, breaking the mold and doing something different, finding a way to communicate so that I don't have to live in that dark place, so that I can help shine the light into somebody else's life who may be laying on the couch right now struggling, anxiety, depression, grief, some kind of mental health disorder or addiction or whatever it may be. And keep in mind out there in YouTube land, you're struggling with any of these things, or you got anybody who's struggling, it's 988 here in the United States. And I know there's hotlines and other, dial 988. Get onto the community board here on the channel and express yourself here in this moment. And, and we'll keep pushing forward to the best of our ability. Know that your love gets stronger as we feed it, right? As how Anase would say, the white dog and the black dog both have a purpose, but which one wins? The one you feed more. And when you're in that dark place and you're feeding that black dog with those negative thoughts of your self-worth and your value and your place and the purpose and all this stuff, and you're outside of the flow of the river of life, that black dog becomes stronger and stronger every single day. You got to start feeding that white dog. That's what we're doing here. And Jack sounds like a Debbie Downer. I think Jack might be struggling, and he's handing the boulder of pain, right? That's what he knows, and that's okay. You're welcome in here, Jack. Some things are going to be rejected because I got people that care about me. And Lady Songbird said he's a troll. Damn straight, Sally. He probably is a troll, right? But why do people troll? Why do people try to hand people the boulder of pain? I think that's a big part of what I want to continuously emphasize as we start to grow this conversation again. Is that it's not just about being open and honest about your struggle. It's about addressing the people that are still handing the boulder of pain. Because I still hand the boulder of pain, right? I'm hurt. I'm going to hurt you more. That's what I was taught, it feels good. It's hard to admit because it's up, right? It feels good to like hurt somebody else when you're struggling. Sometimes you're hurting people when you don't even know that you're struggling, man. It's crazy. Jack could be out there struggling, man. Who knows what's going on in Jack's life? And he's coming online. He has no power anywhere else in his little world. So he comes on and tries to hand the boulder of pain because he doesn't know what else to do. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad whoever's here is here. And if you're handing the boulder of pain, and not to diminish you either or to judge you, if you're handing out that boulder of pain, recognize that you're doing it and stop. Set it down at your feet is how Anase would say. He's acting like a troll. Jonah, we appreciate you. Jack holds his... Yeah, does he? Oh, God. Wow. Okay, I don't even know. Wow, what is he saying? Yeah, really trying to hand that boulder of pain. Yeah, well, here's the thing, man. Hatred's one of those things that grows in our hearts, man. I don't want to hate anybody. I don't care what Jack's saying. I appreciate you protecting me, James. Today is not the day. I don't really have the energy for it to deal with whatever he's saying, but we know he's handing the boulder of pain, right? How do we handle that? We address it. We handle it straightforward. Jack, whatever's going on with you, bro, this isn't the place, man. If you're looking to heal and grow, and figure out why you're trying to hand this boulder of pain to the people around you. Why does it feel so good to try to stress out and frustrate other human beings, especially in like a safe avenue that we're in right now? You're in this safe place, Jack, where you don't feel like anybody can come back at you. So you can say whatever you want. You can hurt whoever you want. I firmly believe that people that hurt people have been hurt or are being hurt. Jack, are you okay? Is there somebody out there doing something to you or treating you in a way that's diminishing who you are, Jack? Because we're here to help you face that, brother. Call 988 if you can't express it right here. Don't take any advice from Jack. ASS. Yeah, well, we'll listen to what he's got to say as long as it's not completely being directed, I guess. Good. Thank you, gamer. Well, you don't need to be nice all the time, man. You need to feed that black dog. I need to figure out a way not, I'm too damn nice. I feed the white dog too damn much, and then there's nothing to protect me. And then, I starve out that black dog. I starve out that darkness until I'm pushed so far to my limit that black dog comes out and lashes out in anger, and then I destroy things. That's another consequence to not feeding that other side of ourselves, right? That side that protects us and that allows us to say the thing to people that are hurting us. Eventually that dog's going to get hungry enough. Eventually that darkness inside of us, that other side that serves a purpose to protect us, that vigor and that oomph that makes us stand our ground, that we call the black dog, this darkness, you can't strangle it out. You can't smother it out. If you do, or if you try, it ends up coming back to bite you in the ass and exploding. I'll tell you that, or at least for me. Jerry, it's good to see you, brother. Gamer, are you taking off, or are you saying bye to our brother Jack? Jack causes depression. Well, whatever he's got going on here, man, he's really upsetting James. Oh yeah, we all do. We love you, Jack. Yeah, Jack, feel free, man. If James is gonna keep blocking your shit if you're talking whatever, because we're trying to stay positive today. But if you want to really let us know what's going on, man, we're here for you. If you really want to evaluate why you're trying to hand the boulder of paint off, we're here for you. Other than that, we're gonna continue our conversation. PMS. Maybe he is, Jonah. Maybe he is, Jerry. Where is the travelers today? We are in right outside Columbus, Ohio there, Merv. Columbus, Ohio. We're going to do some door dashing. We're going to keep positive. We're going to have a nice little conversation, spread love, hope, and appreciation, find our way back to this understanding that we deserve more than what we give ourselves. I'm feeling good in this moment, having this conversation with you fine human beings, being able to solidify this relationship and this community of love and respect, being part of the turtle herd. The truth and the clarity that we weather the burden together is becoming clearer and clearer every step I take, and it means a lot to me. As I fill the air, as Al would say, but this is the medicine I have. This is all I know, and I'm doing my best to use that medicine to help my brothers and sisters, therefore help myself. But country, we all have to do our shadow work, and we do it our own way, Scott. I'm working myself, and I commend him for that. Yes, sir. Whatever he's got to do, whatever Jack's got to do to get there, and I commend you, country, for acknowledging that. We've all got to do it our own way. We've all got to take our own time, and we've all got to figure it out ourselves. But I don't think it's all about doing it ourselves. I think that having a community helps. Having the boys and Al, having that place, that home, gave me this understanding that doing it alone is asinine. We're a pack. One of the worst things that Al could call you would be one dog. One dog, one bone. Or, it's your bone. They call you one dog. It was like you're not part of this pack, right? To be part of something, so we can protect and love and care for each other. I can hear Al's words whispering in my ear. That I'm going to take care of you, buddy. It's going to be okay. I'm going to love you until you can love yourself. And that's enough, man. You just keep being you. You keep doing the next right thing. You keep caring about people around you, and know that you have the best of intentions, and that's what matters. Even if everything you touch turns to shit, you're trying your best, and you're not letting the world get to you. And that always meant a lot to me. PMS stands for motel stay, right? He went bye-bye. He did go bye-bye, James. Lady Gel, I bet he did. Thanks, James. Was cured by G-D. By a God of your understanding. That's awesome, brother. How long have you been sober there, 4640? Love you all. I love you too, Lady Songbird. It's really good to have you here, Sally. You going to show us the new ride without freezing? Yeah, I can do a little walk around. It's kind of freezing out here still. Thank you. I was a big time alcoholic at one time. Well, 4640, I could probably say the same thing. I appreciate you expressing that, man. If anybody's out there struggling, that's a thing too. Hit a meeting, you know. There's meetings everywhere. That's the one thing. If you are struggling with drinking, you don't have to be an alcoholic to go to a meeting. That's the one thing that I implore to anybody out there who might be struggling, or even, and you know, you have to have the urge not to drink, you know, to be accepted there. And believe me, man, there's a lot of people there struggling to change their life. So I highly recommend that, because Al was a part of that community for many years, and it helped him a lot. 366. Sometimes I feel like it's kind of dangerous to use helping other people as a way to feel better, because then we and I in too bad of a place to help people. It just makes me feel like more of a failure. Yeah, you're right, 366. We can't. That's part of what I was going to say to you, Gaiman. You know, we got to find a way to allow people into our life without that fear of rejection and pain, and this balance of allowing people in our lives, but not being emotionally reliant on this person. You know, we got to be emotional. The only person we can be emotionally relying on is ourselves. And we do deserve to have love. We should have people around us. We should care for people, 366, you know. But we gotta draw the line, you know, and that's kind of why I went dark for a while here. You know, I was trying to figure out a way to care for myself, and I couldn't. So I didn't have that energy to give. But you know, now that I'm getting back on the ball, I'm trying to find that balance. I don't want to give it all, right, and not have anything left for me, because that's that million miles an hour manic, crazy Superman that can do anything, and you know, grew this thing and moved forward in a beautiful, positive way for some time. You know, that eventually hit that brick wall. You know, find the middle ground. Find the middle ground out there, taking care of ourselves. But yeah, you are right, 366. Sometimes we got to help ourselves first, right? That's the philosophy. Ourselves, our family, our community. Hopefully our brothers and sisters out there are deciding to join the turtle herd. Hate keeps me safe. Gamer, yeah, but hate keeps you separated too there, gaming. You know, hatred for the world, hatred for ourselves. Yeah, it might feel like safety, right? Because we're segregated and nothing can happen. Well, the boat's not rocking, bro. Where are you going? You know, you obviously understand that, because you're expressing yourself here and allowing yourself to be part of this community, gaming. You're very quickly a very valued member of this community. You know, because you're expressing yourself, because you're being honest and open. And, you know, I hope you feel it. I really hope that you feel connected, brother, because thinking about you last night, you know, reflecting on our conversation is helping me to understand where I'm at and how to take care of myself, and to acknowledge that there's got to be a balance, right? That it can't be about everybody else all the time. I can't fully get myself, get my self-worth out of taking care of the world, or I'll never be able to truly stand on my own and love myself, because that's the key. Finding self-love and respect enough to be able to stand strong on our own, so that we can have healthy relationships, so I can have healthy relationships. Love is what's dangerous. Your damn straight love's dangerous, man. It's a dangerous thing. It'll rip you into pieces. Nothing hurts like love. But nothing heals like love either, right? But I think that here's the thing. Love shouldn't be this external thing, man. You know, I think it's false validation when we allow other people's loves to fulfill us. Now, it should feel good, and we should accept other people's love, but I haven't fully been able to embody self-love, right? But when I do fully embody self-love, I'm in a place where I flow with the river of life, and everything seems to fall into place, man. And you know, that's what I'm striving for. That's the big thing here, is to find self-love, gaming. You know, to love thyself enough that we don't have to be self-reliant on anybody. So if they do walk away, it doesn't destroy us. So we can still stand strong and know that there's others out there who really do care for us. And I really appreciate you being a part of this conversation, Gaiman. Crank, what is this? Is that the Discord? I did not mean to click on the Discord link. Crank, put that Discord link into comments or something soon. Black, there it is. Put that Discord link again into a comment somewhere. I'd like to get back into the Discord so that everybody has a place to communicate openly when I'm not, comfortable here. And in the community too, I implore you to get out there and start interacting with the community, Crank, if you would. Gaming, Jonah, anybody. It'd be nice. Let's start opening that door of communication so we can push forward together. Black Dog, great song by Led Zeppelin. You are more than right. I live is better with you in it. Life is better with you in it. Damn straight, James. Life is better with you in it. Don't lose track of that today too. That's a good reminder. Forget to double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. They do. We always thought they shouldn't have. Despite what you might think in certain moments, life is a better place with you in it, without a doubt. You might not know where you're going. You might not know exactly what the point or purpose is, but I'll tell you that it becomes clearer the more you allow yourself to be connected. But there's a balance there, right? You can't fully rely on anybody else for that emotional validation, or you're fucked. Once they walk away, once their tides change, then you're worth nothing. Then we clamor, and then that pushes people away even more, because that's not attractive to anybody, right? Friends, family, whoever. We're gonna we'll figure it out together. I appreciate your input. And you're right, life is better with you in it, James. And I say that from a place of reality. It's someone that's just recently not wanted to wake up, man. I don't want to. Just want to figure out a way to live. Just want to figure out a way to have a sense of purpose. Just wanted to figure out and that it took getting up and drinking a glass of water. It took a little extra DoorDash and making a phone call. It took taking the leap as I did today. It took an 8-hour drive here to Columbus, Ohio. It could take another 30 hours to the coast. We're going to go see the ocean together. And, dropping expectations too. What am I doing here and why? I'm no good at this. I'm no good at the YouTube thing. Like these spurts where I feel like I do pretty well, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. No one wants to hear from me. I can barely take care of myself. I feel like when I'm in my right mind, I do make a positive impact in this world, especially having a conversation like we're having this morning. In the words of Andrew Dice Clay, it was Jack burned off his yeah. Since 2010, been sober. Good to hear for Jonah. Well, I'm glad you experienced the AA thing. If it didn't work for you, keep pushing forward. When I was breaking that lifestyle, it helped me to, it helped me for me and Al that, my father figured a bond too. And, I picked up a lot of tools there. You don't have to fully body the concept. You don't have to live it. You just have to not want to drink in this moment. You're not sure how not to drink because that's your whole life. And that's a good place to start, man. Whether you go there forever or whether you just go there for a meeting or, whether you walk out halfway through, man, there's a lot of wisdom there. There's a lot of wisdom in the broken nature, of people striving to heal. That's all. Whether it works for you or not, right? So I'm glad you checked it out. Vacationer, what's good, dude? Glad to see you live again. I'm glad to see you too, Vacationer. Vacay, it's good to see you in. I'm going live again, man. We're going to start building this community of communication, finding my way out of that place, taking the leap from New York to California, making a move blindly, doing my best to get moving again, brother. And it's good to have you in. 366, but what if it's genetically the only way you ever feel some worth? 366, I understand that. Doing for others, is that what we're talking about? If that's the only way you feel any kind of worth, well, do that. That's part of why I'm here, right? It gives me a sense of worth to have this communication and to spread this wisdom that I've been given. This gift of understanding, that I fully feel when I'm in my right mind, but you got to slowly start working on loving yourself, and it's going to feel awkward and weird at first, man. It's going to be different. How do I get validation from that? I don't know. Take a little walk for yourself, buy something for yourself, do something for you little by little, and find a way to even out that scale. Everything's a balance, man. Everything's a balance, right? When you stand on the precipice of that other place, and your heart is weighed against the feather, I think that philosophy says a lot about the meaning of life, right? You find balance in this world. You take care of others and yourself. Are you able to love completely, not just around you? Are you able to find validation from within, while also caring for the world around you? Are you able to make connections, but not rely on those connections for all your self-worth, right? There's a balance in everything. And it's a struggle to find that balance, right? It's a struggle to keep that balance. It's a struggle to keep the medicine once we're given it. These understandings of truth and love. That's another reason I'm here, man. I don't know. I without this constant reminder of what we're talking about, I lose track of it all. But yeah, generally at 366, I implore you to start small. It takes practice like anything else. Self-care is crazy like that. I was raised in an atmosphere where you take care of I didn't matter. I was a useless piece of shit, As long as I could do for the people around me, then I could have a sense of validation for a moment. And that caused a lot of toxicity in my life, man. And you got to acknowledge this shit to grow past it. Not that you got to dwell in it, right? There's got to be a balance there too. The line between reflection and rumination is very thin. But we've got to struggle to find that. And yeah, will we tip it over into rumination sometimes? And will we not reflect enough sometimes? Yeah. But there'll be times we find that balance. There'll be times we find ourselves flowing with the river of life, and it'll be serendipitous and beautiful, and everything will happen exactly the way it needs to happen because we've dropped expectations. And in that moment, we're doing the next right thing. It just takes practice, and here's the thing, 366, like Al told me, I'll love you until you love yourself, man. It's going to be all right. We're going to figure this out together. And it's progress, not perfection. I'm not perfect. I'm broken, man. I'm running across the country here, trying to find a sense of semblance, trying to figure out a way to care for myself, trying to find my way back to that place of love. So I don't just swirl into a depressed, miserable state on the couch with no sense of purpose, but I'm also expressing myself. I'm also re-engaging this community of open, honest communication. You're doing amazing work, 366, whether you realize it or not. I used to self-love 3 times a day years ago. Well, keep loving yourself. Follow in chat live. Remember your privacy. I never did this either. Hang on one second. Let's top filters. Let's do all messages. I don't really like them retracting anything. Let's see where we're at. We got to get caught up on these. I will never fully trust a human ever again. Nor should you, Gaiman. You shouldn't give all your trust. I think it's part of what me and Rob were talking about last night, especially here, right? I'm an open book, right? You people don't really know me, though, right? It takes time, and some of you do. I feel like James, I feel like we know each other. I feel like you've watched me express myself for long enough. It's been a couple of years. I feel like, a few of you out there, but on the other end of it too, so we got to take everything with a grain of salt before face value, right? Because if we just take everything with a grain of salt, then we're left alone and nothing's real and we have nothing. But if we take everything for face value, then we could be manipulated and hurt. Again, it's the balance we've been talking about this morning. And that's okay, Gaiman. Be honest, brother. You should never fully, invest in another human being. The only human being you should fully invest in, I believe, is yourself, because then we need that. Then we need that human. And believe me, I've been I've been guilty of that so many damn times. Every relationship I've ever been in, the handful of women that I've become connected with, part of the reason that despite the one, I'm not going to whatever, on my end of it is all I can acknowledge is that, I need it too much, right? And that destroys it. It's that bird in the hand that you fucking crush. It's that philosophy of that, Alan Watts, that you got to allow it in your hand, because as the more you grip, the more it squeezes through your fingers. Just being honest. I appreciate your honesty. I'm socially and mentally ruined. Brother, I agree with you 100%, man. I'm broken in 1,000 different ways. I'm exhausted in every way possible. I have nothing left to give at times. You know, it's time to take care of ourselves. And you're doing that, Gaiman. You're doing that. You're finding a way out of it through open, honest communication. And I respect that a lot. You're backing me up to try to figure it out too, man. I don't fuck I'm doing, you know. 4640. So I'm a felon. Well, keep holding on, brother. I don't know. No judgment here. You know, I'm not here to judge you. I'm a broken man child, man. I'm a lost and confused human being that struggles to hold on to a sense of purpose. My biological nature from where I come from, the mental illness and struggle that my family has endured before me impacts me on a daily basis. And the grief of losing everybody I've ever loved, or what feels like that at times, is consuming. There's my confession, brother. Feel free to confess, man. Whatever it is, we're here to chat about it. We're here to help you face it head on. I avoid family, and I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters, and I don't speak to. Jonah, I suggest you reach out unless they're complete pieces of shit. It's hard, man. I don't really speak to my family, my biological family much, but I'm making an effort. Despite the struggles that me and my sister have gone through in the past, you know, through me doing the right thing and being rejected by that family, through me pushing them away and not being around, and then that hurting them through the things that we've both done to hurt each other. You know, we got to set that shit down, man. It's time to set it down. It's time to grow past that, man. Unless it's toxic, man. Unless it's going to be toxic for you. Now, there's got to be a distance. I'm not telling you to go back to your family and completely indulge and think you can be around them every day. Another one of Hawanase's wisdoms, man, is that there's got to be a distance there for a healthy relationship with everybody, right? I appreciate that reminder, because I can't, you know, there's got to be a distance between me and my siblings. You know, right now, my younger sister, we don't talk at all. You know, and right now, my older sister, we're forging a relationship in our older years, man. We're setting down those resentments and that anxious and that anger, you know, and the expectations that we have on each other, you know, and we're working on it, man. And if you can work on it with any of your siblings, I suggest you try, brother. If you can't, that's a personal journey, but figure maybe sharing my shit with you might help. Sorry you're struggling, Gaiman. I hope you can find some light in this world. He's found some light. I believe that, country. Right here, right now, speaking with you is the light that we all need, man. And I hope you know. It seems like Gaiman's taking it, you know, and then that means a lot to me that you're indulging and we're working on growing together. Because I don't know, man. I have a room for you. I have a room for me where? For me? You got a room for me, James? Yeah, I only go to see family from... I was thinking about, you know, cutting over to St. Louis after this. You know, if it's not too much of a short notice, maybe grab some of that pizza from St. Louis. I got a couple buddies there that maybe the 4 of us can all meet up and grab some pies. It'd be really nice to see you. I could also do that on the way back from California. But one step at a time without expectations, James. I'm going to spend the day here, maybe sleep out this way again. We could chat about it a little bit more. I'd love to meet you face to face. I've met Crank. I've met Scott W. I'd love to you know, I'm a hugger, man, if that's okay. And James, I really feel like we're brothers, man. You've been through a lot with me, and you've backed me up, and you've been here despite the struggle without judgment, man. And that means a lot. If we can meet up this time around, that'd be great. If on the way back from Cali, that'd be awesome. If just for a slice of pizza on the way through St. Louis, I'll make my way that way. The thought maybe St. Louis and then Route 66, right? And always really the idea of wanting to, whatever. Yeah, I only see family from guilt, obligation, and guilt. If they don't insist to see me, I never would go see them. Nobody really cares. They just want you to fill a role. You're right, man. I felt that way too, Gaiman. I felt that way a lot, right? You get calls when you need something and it angers you. You know, you don't. I just recently had the fucking deal with some shit with my niece, right? I tried to help my sister a while ago. Long story short, my little sister I don't talk to, I did the next right thing for her and her family, and it blew up in my face as it always does. Now we don't talk, and she got to go to my niece's baby shower and I didn't, right? And everybody else was invited, and that really bothered me, and I didn't say anything because I was afraid I was going to blow up on my niece. Well, that was part of what was weighing me down, so I had to say something, and I said something to her, man. And I went out and had dinner with her and her husband, and I do love my niece. You know, but yeah, say the thing, man. And if they're striving to want you around, okay, maybe set the boundaries. Be real with them. Gaming, I can't do shit for you. You want me around because of who I am, then that's it. But there's got to be a distance there between us. And I'm not telling you to be naive, man. A snake's gonna bite. Don't let him bite you again. You know, Scott, we are all here for you, just like you are here for us. Damn straight, country. I love your face. Vac. I drove out to Cameron by myself to nerd out and just be me true self for the day. It can definitely help. Thank you, Vac, for sure. I hope that little nickname's fine for you. You're right, man. I'm taking a month. I'm not heading back to New York till April, right? You know, and then we're gonna find some houses to paint, and that's gonna be all right. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm the guy you talked to about the person of trolling people. I find to be manipulative here on live. LOL. You are a very noble. Oh, thank you. No, I do, Vac. I do remember you a bit. We talked a little bit about that, and yeah, no, you're awesome, man. I appreciate you coming back in, bro. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you double tapping the screen. Appreciate the conversation. I'm getting caught up on these comments here. I want to make sure everybody's heard. And then I'm about to take off here once I get caught up. Go live in St. Louis, and I'll come get you, hang out, sightseeing. That sounds good, man. We're gonna fuck it. We'll go to St. Pete. I can, you know, St. Louis. That'll be the next step from here. Go to St. Louis. Fuck it. We made our decision. I'll go live when I get there. I'll let you know where I'm at. You come meet up. We'll go grab a slice of pizza. And, you know, no expectations, bro. No expectations. Real bad. 4 bedrooms by yourself most of the time. Be nice to get out of this car, even though I'm spending one day here. But like I said, no expectations. We'll figure it out, bro. I got Jesus. I don't need no more light. Dude, even Jesus needed a crew, man. Even Jesus needed connection. I think that's part of, you know, what Catholicism overlooks. You know, is they all strive to be close to this great entity, right? This great thing. They all strive to emulate this great man. But he needed us as well, right? So keep that in mind, man. What would Jesus do, right? It's the old thing. He would reach out for connection. He would do his best to inspire people around him and do the next right thing despite being persecuted, brother. You know? Well, in either way, brother, gaming, I hope that you keep coming in because we need you here, man. You know, I appreciate the connection. I appreciate the camaraderie. I appreciate the true and open, honest communication that allows me to wipe away the abyss and struggle of pain and anxiety. You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, where I'm going, or why a lot of times. But in this moment, I feel the connection and appreciation that comes along with this conversation. And I hope you decide to stick around, gaming. We'll figure it out together, bro. And word, brother. Well, I'm about it, man. I guess and that's the thing. I guess I'm headed that way. Tomorrow I'll head that way, or maybe Sunday. We'll see how the door dashing goes here, because I ain't got, you know, like I said, I left with $100, man. That's what I want to spend on this trip, is that $100. So I know it sounds ludicrous, but I could door dash the whole way. If I keep door dashing, you know, then I can make it happen. You know, fuck it. That's the thing. 32. You got a hernia? Is that what's going on? Damn straight. We're still kicking, gaming. We're still kicking. Yeah, $100. Holy moly, gaming. What else we need, brother? I'm down to $65 right now on my DoorDash card. You know, I'll be real with you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I got some money put aside to make sure bills are paid. I got rent and shit going on up there that's gonna have to come out soon, which I made sure was put aside. But door dashing, you know what I'm saying? You can make $50 to $100, man. What else do I need? I go out and make $50 to $100 today, maybe more. That'll pay for my gas and my dinner to jump off again. If I hang out here today and tomorrow and make $100 both days, you know, it's a couple $100. That'll get me to St. Louis, and I'll do some, you know, I'll hang out with James and my other buddy for a day or so, have some pizza, and, you know, I don't know, something. That is a faith, dude. You got to have faith, man. You got to take that leap, and that's why I'm telling you, man. Fuck it, take the leap. You got an excuse why I had that piece of shit Dodge Avenger. Check out the playlist, my Galactic Avenger, and check that POS out, man. I drove that thing across. That was a trip of faith, man. This thing, I got the car. I was able to do some DoorDash and get some AAA just in case skis. You know, that was a trip of faith, dude. That's awesome, man. How far did you make it, gaming? In that $150 hitchhiking. You know, not in this day and age. If you got a DoorDash, if you could DoorDash, you could Spark Drive, you could Instacart anywhere across the country, man. I made it from here to Key West and back, or from New York to Key West and back. You know, up to Eastport, Maine, man. Very minimally. Staying in the car, got a gym membership to clean up. Planet Fitness is awesome, $25 a month. You know, there's a million reasons to say no, right? As someone to watch my chunky money, you know, I got to deal with rent and all this other stuff. Well, if I'm sitting there and I can make some money, I could probably make better money in New York because it's snowing and shit. But yeah, gaming, you'll have a car again, hopefully, bro. Hopefully you'll have a car again, man. If that's the goal. You know, you could DoorDash on a bike. Literally, you get a bike and a hot pack and strap that bitch, you know, maybe a little, you know, get one of those things from a thrift store that hook to the bike. Shit, get a bike from the thrift store, man. You can DoorDash with a bike, dude. A lot of people do it. You know, save up, get an electric bike, save up, get a car. I don't know, man. That's all. That's way too much. But if you're, you know, start small, man. You want to get out and get moving, look into it. Download DoorDash and try to, you know, maybe hustle up a bike. It does. It sounds like a pain in the ass, but get out and get moving, right? You can get out and get moving. Gaiman, where are you from, brother? I'm in KY, and I only been to Ohio, Indiana, Tennessee. Really cool to see the ocean. Well, 366, stick around for a while, man. We'll be doing a live out there. I've never been to the ocean that way. Like I said, I've been all the way to Key West, all the way to Eastport, Maine. Up and down this coast, the East Coast. So we're going west, killing some time. Trying to find the next right thing, trying to do the next right thing. Gaming near Rochester. Awesome, man. Maybe on my way back through. So that's Buff Rochester. Maybe on my way back through, man, I could grab something to eat or something, man. I'm not gonna be back till April. Maybe I could come out towards Rochester, and who knows, man. Stick around for a while, slow and steady. I'd like to start to. I'm blessed meeting Crank and meeting Scott W. And I'd like to start saying yes to life, man. Taking the leap. Part of taking the leap is saying yes. Hey, man, you never know. I'm going to the middle of nowhere. Who the fuck am I going, man? I'm headed to California, driving 40 hours there and 40 hours back, dude. You think, what, an hour and a half drive in the middle of nowhere out in Rochester is a big deal? Don't discredit it, man. Who knows, man? I'm not promising anything. Me and James been talking about hanging out for forever now, and it's really good to hear, James, that we're going to be able to see each other in a few days, brother. I think that, you know, DoorDashing here today and tomorrow might be the best idea because it's a bigger area. We'll see how it goes. If I don't make a ton of money, then I'm not sticking around. Maybe I'll just, if I make crap money today, maybe I'll head to St. Louis tonight and do some DoorDashing tomorrow there, because Fridays and Saturdays, Sundays are the best days I've found. Yeah, dude, I'm surrounded by cow farms too, man. I live in Kirkville, New York. But with that being said, spent enough time doing this today. Double tap that screen. I'm glad for everybody who's become a member of the Turtle Herd Gaming. It was really nice chatting with you again today. 366 was a hell of a blessing. Crank, James, Sally, if you're still around, Jonah, 4640, Country, Vac, N9s, Lena, Stash, Jerry Hunter, and so many more. Thank you guys for coming in today. And 4521, yeah, thank you all. Appreciate you being you. Appreciate you finding the time to hang out. Western New York, near Rochester, blah, 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 the middle of nowhere. There we are. Be safe. Hope you have a good day driving. Thank you, Gaming. Be safe. Good luck. Damn straight, Country. God bless you. And keep safe. You keep safe out there too, man. Gaming, do me a favor. Do your best to allow a little bit of connection into your life today, man. Whatever that means, man. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to reach out and do the next right thing and say yes to life by allowing connection to come if needed, but also staying guarded, right? Finding a way to be in the middle. To everybody who's decided to subscribe today, I'm glad that we're growing this Turtle Herd. I'm glad we're growing the conversation, man. I'm glad that we can be open and honest with each other. And thank you for helping me find a way through the anxious bullshit. And Gaming, you stay safe out there too, brother. I love your face. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna go find a place to do some door dashing through lunch, and yeah, I'm gonna go from there. Catch you later, guys. I'm off like a herd of turtles.